Welcome back everyone to another part of Publisher Mobile Gaming Roundup 2023. I hope you all are having a fabulous day, night, or evening wherever you are in the world. If you would like to know why I started this brand new series, then you can watch part 1 at the end of this video. But otherwise enjoy this part. So let's begin. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance is a action role-playing game developed by Snowblind Studios and published by Interplay Entertainment's subsidiary Black Rock Studios for the PS2 on December 4th, 2001. In 2021, a 4K version of the game was released to consoles such as the PS4, the PS5, Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and the PC. The mobile version of the 2021 4K version of the game for iOS and Android was released on April 18th, 2023. If you don't know what Baldur's Gate is it's basically a high fantasy Dungeons and Dragons type adventuring game set in the Forgotten Realm using D&D mechanics. As at the time of release on mobile in 2023, this is a 22-year-old game from its 2001 version. So I'm pretty sure if you've already played Baldur's Gate series before, then you already know what you're getting into with this game. The premise is it's just people adventuring and trying to stop a plague of monsters that turns into a plant to overthrow people in power because they're corrupt. That's what the original Baldur's Gate is, and this continues off of it. This game concludes Interplay Entertainment's mobile gaming roundup of 2023. What's next is a adventure catch them all type of game developed by independent Chicago-based studio Young Heroes Inc. On November 12, 2020, Bugsnax was released for the Mac OS, for the PS4, and for the PS5, and it came out for the Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series XX on April 28, 2022. Finally, it came out on iOS and Android on July 12th, 2023. Okay, so the whole premise is that you're an adventurer that was sent a video from someone exploring the lost ruins of something, and you're called in because you're inspired to being like that person, and then you find out that this island is inhabited by bugs, and something happens, and plot, and that's all you need to know about what this game is. It's similar to Pokemon as a catch them all type of game. It's currently free, but the full game is in-app purchased for $10. So try it out if you want. Oh, and the graphics engine Bugsnax uses is called Unreal Engine. I probably mispronounced that because the engine is a German word and I can't speak German that good. So here's a pop-up telling you what it is. In any case, this concludes Young Heroes Incorporated Mobile Gaming Roundup of 2023. Warmongers is an isometric tactical strategy game published by Destructive Creations and Surefire Games, and this game was developed solely by Destructive Creations. The game was released in 2021 for the PS4, the PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Microsoft Windows, and the Mac, and was ported exclusively to the Apple iPad Pros or any iPad with a M chip in it on April 25th, 2023. The whole premise of the game is basically like untold stories of World War II on the Eastern Front that nobody really talks about, or I guess is really popular for a World War II history knowledge. So, they made a game about it. It's actually a really fun game, but it is a slow-paced game because it's a tactical strategy game. So you will have to invest in trying to be sneaky, because if you get caught, you aren't really going to survive guns blazing. You have to kind of invest your time into taking down the enemies, which is kind of like, I guess, what Destructive Creations want, because that's what you have to do in war. You can't just go in gun blazing or you die. So this concludes the mobile gaming roundup for Destructive Creation 2023. Okay, so like I said in the beginning of part 1, from Feral Interactive to Capcom to Square Enix, these mobile games featured in these episodes of the Mobile Gaming Roundup that weren't obviously trailers were of the games that I have personally downloaded throughout 2023. While this is the end of the games I have personally downloaded, or the game trailers from those same publishers I could find, any 2023 continuation of the mobile gaming episode I do in the future by any publisher will be the mobile games you all have personally suggested to me or have bought. With that being said, 2023 clearly was a good year that shows that any modern 9-month-old or any AAA console mobile game from at least the PS4 or the current era of PCs could, and I say could as can, play reasonably well on low-ish graphics if publishers and developers are willing to take time, and more importantly, in the case of Resident Evil 8 and Resident Evil 4 Remake found currently on iOS, are given incentives like funding from Apple or Android to port their games to their platforms. But in turn, you must remember that Apple devices such as the iPhone and iPad and Android devices are much more versatile in use than just gaming, which means that unfortunately Apple and Android just aren't as invested in bringing AAA gaming ports to their platforms, as they don't need them daily to commercially survive like single-use consoles just for gaming. This makes smartphone gaming comparable to PCs worldwide. The good thing about this is that demand for mobile players for those modern AAA console games that cost billions to port only shows that many people are willing to financially sustain the devs by buying their games once they hit the mobile stores to obviously incentivize that their games or their sequels have an audience on mobile for them to want to port to mobile. But how those console games are initially ported to mobile come from the initial funding from Apple or Android. Such as how Resident Evil 8 and how Resident Evil 4 Remake were ported because Apple paid them a large amount of money to port to iOS. 2023 also marked a great show of power for the M1 iPads, as it shows that, yes, while these same games will likely come to the mobile phones, they will often perform better on the M1 iPads, and in some exclusive cases, such as War Mongrels, will only be playable on the M1 iPads. So, not only are M1 iPads more powerful than the current iPhone 15 Pro, it will also potentially get even more exclusive games or exclusive console AAA games in the future years. Maybe other devices such as the Apple iPhones won't be able to get for whatever reason. Either because the devs just don't feel like it, or because it's not feasible to play on such a tiny screen. In the future, knowing that the iPhone 15 Pro and the M1 iPad can handle those two large AAA fast-paced games, such as Resident Evil 8 and Resident Evil 4 Remake, will likely also incentivize mobile players just to see the value in mobile gaming and to show that, we can actually have decent fast-paced mobile games on mobile and Android, like Sleeping Dogs, or the Batman series, or any other games. Especially considering that Resident Evil 4 Remake is 32 gigabytes on Apple devices. So, 2023 was just a good year in my opinion for those reasons. And I can't wait to see what 2024 or future years has to offer in terms of gaming to push the envelope further. But what do you all think? Did you like 2023? Did you hate it? Did you like the games that came out to mobile? Did you want more specific games of your choice to come to mobile? Let me know in the comments. But that will do it for this, and this was very fun to make. The mobile gaming Roundup series is going to be really fun to make. Just because it's just a reflection of how far mobile has come in terms of gaming. Because these are memories, These are memories of games that might have the potential to be removed, never be featured on the mobile stores again. But this series I'm gonna do is gonna try to preserve that as best as possible. But yeah, thank you all for watching the 2023. Well, my personal roundup of 2023. And let me all know if you want me to cover any of the games of 2023 or publishers that you want. But anyway, take care. And I hope you all have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And peace out.